Welcome back, guys. Everything wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh! Today we are doing the Obelisk the Tormentor episode. This is where Kaiba tests out Obelisk the Tormentor. Let's get into it.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Closely examine this artifact. After this moment, your life will never be the same.
There are so many life-changing events that happen in Seto's life that this wouldn't even crack the top 10.
On the left is the sorcerer fighting against him. That's you, Kaiba.
Damn, this recap is so deceiving. If you were a kid watching this show out of order and only had the recap to rely on, you'd have thought Seto bought into this story and took Ishizu at face value.
No matter what's beyond those doors, I'm ready to face it.
This is just set up for the viewer like there's something crazy inside the museum and we're about to have our minds blown, but there's literally nothing exciting or of new information beyond those doors. It's just that rock tablet with the same story we already heard.
You're sure you want to go through with this, right?
I have no choice, Taya.
Is there a downside? If there is, that hasn't been explained very well.
You're sure you want to go through with this, right?
Why are we acting like this is scarier or of more consequence than the duel with Pegasus or Bakura? We are literally just going to study history.
Is this thing for real?
Yes, Taya. It is real. Somehow I know it is.
Yeah, but you already know you're a pharaoh. During the last scene in Duelist Kingdom, you formally introduced yourself to little Yugi and said you were a pharaoh.
And I don't even know your name.
I've been called many things through the ages. Pharaoh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been known as Yami. But I wish I were able to decipher its meaning.
Didn't Shadi explain a lot of this to Yugi in the Aftermath episode, and Pegasus to Yami in the second episode, and then again in the Shining Friendship episode when Arthur and Grandpa are flashing back?
What was this age-old game all about? Was it even a game?
Is it even a game now? Think back on any match against a Millennium Item user. Merrick, Pegasus, Bakura. Come on, bro. You know it's not just a game.
Just when I think I found one answer, 1,000 new questions arise.
I feel like there aren't really any questions. You already know you're a pharaoh, and this obviously isn't a game. Even if we forget about both Arthur and Shadi spelling this out, when ever in the history books do they fucking carve statues of fun activities? Literally never. Most history books are on war and tragedy. This was obviously about power and control, not fucking games. Also, you've already seen some of the powers your item grants you, and you've been introduced to the Shadow Realm. Does any of that really sound like the origins of a friendly game?
I have gazed 5,000 years into the past, to a time when evil sorcerers threatened to destroy the entire world.
Bro, are you really gasping? You know the world wasn't actually destroyed, right?
That same great evil will return to threaten us.
How will I recognize this evil?
How will you recognize this evil? Bro, is that a question? You've been able to sense and remove evil since the start of the show. You detected it against Bakura, Pegasus, and even episode 1 Kaiba. You mind-crushed Ghost Kaiba and panicked for just being evil. I feel like besides dueling, this is the one thing you're actually extremely good at.
I know that your memory has faded, my pharaoh, and that you seek many answers.
Well, honestly, before you started talking, the only answer he was really seeking was who he was. You're the one teasing him with this backstory and no explanation.
I also know a Duel Monsters tournament is beginning. If you win it, you will find your answers.
Why is it that Kaiba got a whole episode dedicated to this backstory bullshit, and Ishizu basically spent like 20-30 minutes with him? Then Yami, the chosen one, the pharaoh, who the gravekeepers have been waiting for thousands of years to return, has finally arrived, and all she fucking says is, hey, join this tournament that he 100% would have already joined? How are you not freaking out? Like, you guys have literally been waiting for this guy for 5,000 years. Why are you only pretending to be helpful? Why are you not telling him about the tattoos on Merrick's back? Like, right now we should be setting a trap for Merrick. Like, maybe leave Obelisk and the puzzle out as bait, and then jump Merrick and pull off his shirt. Or I feel like Ishizu knows the gist of what the back tattoo says. And if she doesn't, then just use the necklace and find out. She could even translate it. I just feel like Ishizu's putting in like 5% effort, which really makes me question her alignment. Whose side is she on?
Farewell, King Yami.
Wait, hold on. Are we really letting Ishizu walk away? Motherfucker! The whole last episode you were building up the courage to come in this museum. Then you finally do, miraculously find someone who literally has all the answers, and you just let her fucking walk away?
Yami? So that's your name.
Yeah, but we already knew that.
And you were this powerful Egyptian king who saved the world 5,000 years ago? That's pretty major.
That's pretty major. Bro, it sounds like literally without him the world would be destroyed. What's one step above major? You should be going like, oh shit, you saved the world, that's insane! Bitch, he essentially saved the world like 5 days ago in Duelist Kingdom. Okay, maybe not the world, but, you know, we've seen enough.
But I still have so many questions.
And literally Ishizu has all the answers.
Wait! My opponent looks like Kaiba!
Bro, for sure, your hair and puzzle are easy to recognize, but come on, that other one could be anyone. Sorry, but in this world, y'all look alike. Anyone familiar with that DBZ drawing meme where you draw a face and basically the hairstyle just changes the whole character? That's basically all. This dude wearing a turban could be literally anyone. Like, you could tell me that's Bandit Keith. Duh, right, Chuz?
He Kaiba's the ancient evil sorcerer.
I could have said this before, but does it bother anyone else? I get that this is supposed to represent a moment in history, but it's implied that this tournament ends with yet another Kaiba v Yugi duel. I feel like the opponent should have been blacked out. Like, we're not sure who it's supposed to be. Is it Kaiba? Is it Merrick? Is it Bakura? And it's not like you needed Kaiba on the tablet to sell him on the tournament. He's in this just for the god cards. So honestly, I'd have blacked this out.
Could it be that I'm supposed to face Kaiba in order to save the world again?
Come on, how lame would that be? You've already beaten him twice. And if that was the case, then I feel like Yami would be pissed to know that Ishizu passed off one of the most powerful cards of all time to the potential evil threat.
There's only one way to find out. I've got to win that tournament.
Or fucking ask Ishizu more questions.
As you requested, Mr. Kaiba, we've removed all safeguards from the computer.
You're crazy if you go through with this, Seto.
Bro, we are way past this. This dude plugged himself into a virtual world a few episodes ago and basically handed himself over to the villains. Honestly, this is nothing.
The monsters in this duel could really hurt you.
So, just like the virtual world?
Enough whining.
Whining? Don't you mean warning? Should we maybe give this a second thought? Has Mokuba been wrong before? Have you been wrong before?
I invented this new dual disk system, and I'll be the one to test it.
Kaiba says this like someone else was trying to test it.
I have to make sure the Kaiba Corp satellite tracking system is working perfectly.
So how is this testing the tracking feature? We're in a fixed location, which is also the HQ. Also, I feel like if we're trying to get these commercial ready, shouldn't we try to test more than one of these being online at a time?
I want to test the power of my new Egyptian god card, if I'm going to use it to destroy Yugi.
Bro, isn't relying on a single powerful monster how you lost last time?
She may have bored me with her hocus-pocus nonsense.
Did she bore you though? You talked for a decent chunk of time. It couldn't have been that boring.
This time, with a deck full of rare cards, I will be victorious.
Bro, I feel like you've had a deck full of rare cards every time you dueled.
The robot is armed with the exact same deck Mr. Kaiba used to duel his kingdom.
I feel like they wanted that to sound threatening, but we've watched this deck lose to both Yugi and Pegasus. The only person this deck beat was Joey. If they wanted this to sound more threatening, they should have said something about the AI has been trained using the data pulled from the Duelist Kingdom tournament. Every card, every strategy, every duel, including Pegasus, Kaiba, and Yugi's. It's still dumb, I know, but could have been a little cooler.
You put all three Blue Eyes White Dragons in the Duel Robots deck?
Those were Mr. Kaiba's direct orders.
I love Blue Eyes. Literally nobody loves Blue Eyes more than I do. But since the first episode, we've seen more Blue Eyes get blown up than any other monster. Doesn't really have the aura they think it does.
Seto's in major trouble if he gets attacked by a Blue Eyes.
Bro, he's in major trouble if he gets attacked by Sword Stalker or Tetsumi Giant. F***ing Witty Phantom and Strike Ninja gave him trouble.
The best test of Obelisk the Tormentor's strength is against 3 of the most powerful dragons.
No, how about we test it out against the Living Arrow or Walla Karibo? Honestly, the AI here should be using Yugi's deck. You know, just virtual cards. Run that program.
Engage.
Launching hologram projectors.
Why is it that here we got the team calling out these commands, but in the next episode, anyone could put on a dual disc and duel no problem?
With my new portable projectors, there's no need for oversized dueling arenas.
You mean the arenas you invented?
I place 4 monsters on the field.
What a digital dummy. The robot gave Seto a huge lead.
Didn't Kaiba program that thing? Isn't it using his deck? Who are you making fun of here?
Must sacrifice 2 monsters to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon.
What?
What? What are we whatting? The fact that the AI drew in a Blue Eye so quick? Isn't that a good thing? You wanted this to be challenging, right? This should read as nothing other than a successful pressure test.
Now I'm in trouble.
Now you're in trouble. How? You have 4 monsters, 4,000 life points, and a face down card. Bro, if you're in trouble, maybe cancel the tournament, because I'm gonna say this could be a lot of people's opening move. You know, not Blue Eyes exactly, but just an early board of this equivalence.
The dual robot already mastered my new sacrifice rule to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Did it master it, or did you program it and it's just following your command? If you think this is a killer strategy, then you ain't ready for Yugi, bro.
The dual robot didn't attack because it thinks my face down card is a trap.
Bro was glazing himself so hard that he tricked his own AI into falling for a shit bluff.
Intended to destroy the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I agree, but I'd say the mistake was more on the programming side. If you all took the safeties off, as you said at the start of this, I feel like the AI should go in for the attack. Let's show off that Kaiba spear and get a little reckless here.
A big mistake. Dragon Seeker's special effect allows it to destroy 1 dragon instantly when it switches from defense to attack mode.
If this works, you aren't a great duelist as much as your AI is just shit.
On my next turn, that Blue Eyes is history.
The glaze continues. Bro, all you've done is summon Battle Ox, attack in a Cyber Jar, and summon a defense position monster, whose effect won't activate till next turn. You've literally done nothing.
Summon Lord of Dragons in attack mode.
What?
Bro, every move the computer makes sends you into panic mode. Cyber Jar, Blue Eyes, Lord of D. What card can the computer play that you would have a normal reaction to?
Summon Lord of Dragons in attack mode.
If I can't destroy the Blue Eyes White Dragon, at least I can protect myself. I switch all my monsters to defense mode.
Playing magic card, Flute of Summoning Dragon.
So I don't ever bitch about the rules, but it's almost impossible here. So we start with the computer's turn, where she summons Lord D and activates Flute of Summoning Dragon. But somewhere in the middle of that, Kaiba changes all of his monsters to defense position.
Playing magic card, Polymerization. Fuse 3 Blue Eyes into Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
So what's the purpose of this? You've both got 4 monsters. Why would you not just attack into all 4? Lord D could even take out Tatsumutsu Giant. You could literally just clear his board. It makes no f***ing sense to me that you want to fuse.
So this is what it's like to face fear.
Face fear? No. You have the ability to shut this down at any moment, and there's literally no stakes attached. Also, don't pretend like you've never faced fear before. Like the time you saw your lifeless brother being controlled by Pegasus, or when Yugi pulled out the infinite Kaiba wall, or when you literally thought Mokuba was killed after being attacked by the 5-headed dragon. Get the f*** out of here.
This must be how Yugi felt when he stared into the eyes of my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Was he afraid?
Even Yugi couldn't defeat the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
I'm gonna withhold comment.
I must beat the monster that even Yugi couldn't defeat.
I'm gonna continue to withhold comment.
Obelisk, Fist of Fate!
Honestly, this is fucking awesome. As one of the biggest Obelisk fans, I love this moment. Although I gotta be honest, it pains me because Kaiba loves Blue Eyes and loves Blue Eyes Ultimate. Seeing him destroy his own monster, just sad. It feels like betrayal. Also, I feel like Blue Eyes Ultimate never really got a chance to shine. First it got beat by Mammoth Graveyard and then punched by Obelisk. It's just,
I will defeat Yugi and reclaim my title as the #1 duelist.
I get we wanted this moment to tease the guy cards and show that we're not f***ing around anymore. Like, this is real talk. Which is, I'm gonna get a rare boss monster on the field and just put all my effort behind that one strategy. It's just such a shitty early Joey strategy. It's so flawed. Kaiba is supposed to be second only to Yugi. But this idea of him always relying on a single monster is just so dumb. First Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Ultimate, now Obelisk. Okay, so how I would have done it. First, cut all the bullshit at the beginning about this being dangerous. Instead, let's just acknowledge the obvious negative side of Obelisk. He needs 3 materials to summon. So Kaiba could say something about like, man, the biggest challenge is gonna be getting 3 monsters out quickly so I can summon Obelisk. So this new deck is built around that. So like we established that he's got a new Battle City deck and it's built around getting maybe weaker monsters out quickly. Okay, so for the dueling part, we're gonna have the computer go first. Like, and Seto can even note that. He could say something about like, I'm gonna get the computer advantage, it's gonna get to go first, blah, blah, blah. So the computer does something, I don't know, whatever the computer does. Maybe summons a monster and puts down some back row. On Seto's turn 1, he sets and flips Cyberjar himself. So instead of attacking into it, it's something that he is intentionally activating. So a way that I'm thinking he activates at turn 1, he sets it, creature swap, and then he can either Swords Revealing Light or use enemy controller. Somehow he flips Cyberjar, but then that triggers Cyberjar restoring his hand and getting some monsters on the field. So next, computer's turn, and she gets the remaining Blue Eyes on the field, either by sacrificing some of the other fodder that she got from the jar, or by activating Flute of Summoning Dragons. Or she could just use a polymerization and just summon Ultimate right away, right from the hand. So for a second there, it's looking really scary for Seto, because she's got a 4,500 attack monster out, and we know Obelisk only has 4, or I guess we don't know that yet, but we're about to learn that. But then this is when we learn about the new deck mechanic, where fusion monsters have that cooldown. Obelisk, by sacrificing 3 of the monsters, so he's got Obelisk on the field and 1 other monster. Everyone's freaking out because it's not looking good. Seto activates enemy controller if he didn't activate it earlier. Everyone's freaking out because they're like, you won't be able to take control of Blue Eyes because Lord D's on the field. But that's actually who Kaiba's going for. So he grabs Lord D and uses the Obelisk's effect to win the duel. So he's able to sacrifice Lord D and then his other monster, power up Obelisk, attack, and win. So Kaiba wins and notes that while he did win this duel, Cyberjar is a little too risky as it can help out his opponent. This sets him up as a strategist, shows off enemy controller, and further shows a yin-yang between Joey and himself, as Joey's a big gambler and Kaiba doesn't play games.
Whoever's after the Millennium Puzzle is still out there. This deck has never let me down before.
Yeah, the deck is nice, but bro, the last time you faced off against this dude, he tried to burn you alive. I feel like the deck only helps so much.
You can count on my help.
This is just Merrick reacting to Taya's comment. When did laughing become an evil person trope? Like, I get it with the Joker, it fits his character, but how does a person who's been trapped in a cave forever have this odd characteristic of laughing? I feel like we could have gotten a lot more creative here.
You're looking
looking snazzy, Taya. Is this a date?
We're just friends, Mai.
I assume you've come here for the tournament?
Yo, why are we all acting like this? Maya's dope. She helped Yugi get his mojo back, and she was a legit help in the virtual arc.
Do you know who's hosting this tournament?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say no one with the ego of Kaiba would send out anonymous invites. I promise you that invite was heavily Kaiba Corp branded.
But there is a buzz going around that it's someone with a ton of cash and an obnoxious attitude.
And probably a connection to Duel Monsters. It could literally only be Kaiba.
That must be why Ishizu told me to enter.
Bro, at this point, we gotta go back to the museum and question her. How are we not questioning her alignment? If I were the main character, I'd think she's a twist villain.
What are you mumbling about? Anyway, nobody knows for sure who it is that's throwing this thing.
What's the point of it being a mystery? It doesn't do anything for us because we already know it's Kaiba, and it doesn't do anything for the characters in the universe because we're gonna find out in a few seconds. So what was the point?
Pretty safe to say it's not Pegasus again.
Speaking of Pegasus, this is beginning to look like Duelist Kingdom all over again.
Yeah, both were invite only and best of the best. Do you think leaderboards change that much in less than a month?
That's Weevil Underwood and Rex Raptor.
Damn, Rex got a little aura going. He's like 2 feet taller than Weevil and hitting us with that Pharaoh pose.
And Mako's here too.
Can we have this dude doing something other than eating fish?
I see you each received your private invite to Kaiba Corp's very exclusive Duel Monsters tournament.
Very exclusive, but literally blasted throughout the city.
Both players must ante up their rarest card. My competition will make Pegasus and his Duelist Kingdom tournament look like a joke.
How? Just because you have dual discs and an anti-system? Pegasus offered a luxury cruise, cash prize, and a wish. Yo, if you're gonna do all this, what was the point of the TV screens?
We'll see which one of us is the #1 duelist.
I'm gonna withhold comment.
Exactly 1 week from today, my Battle City tournament begins.
Wait, hold on, 1 week from today? How far away is Merrick that it takes them a week to still not arrive in Domino until we're well into this season? Keep in mind that in this world we have virtual holograms, so I feel like maritime transport should be a lot more advanced.
The world's most elite duelists have assembled for this tournament.
You know, like Duelist Kingdom and literally every other tournament ever held.
How very convenient for us that so many of our targets have gathered together in one place.
Isn't your only target Yami? And I guess Kaiba's Obelisk, but I'm not really sure that you know he has that yet. I feel like the rare hunters being interested in this tournament is a bit forced.
It's time to begin the hunt!
Hunt sounds like you're tracking someone down, but you already made contact with your target and lost. Why do you think your rare hunters are gonna fare any better than you did against Yugi? You know what I think would have been a really cool twist ending? Would be like if we saw that Ishizu is being controlled by Merrick here. Like, you know how he can control people? That would be so crazy because it's like, oh my God, like Merrick's the one that set this all in motion. And then I guess like the obelisk was given to Kaiba so that he could destroy Yugi. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, the whole deal. And up next, we're gonna go back to GX. We're gonna do the Paradox Brothers, and I will see you guys there. Thank you so much.